Hey, homegirls. Welcome to the first episode of my brand new visual podcast series, Homegirl Hotline.
Talk to me, I'll be your homegirl. Hey, baby. Need a friend or just somebody to listen.
Let's talk about love and affection. You dealing with drugs and infections? Talk to me, you got my attention. Homegirl Hotline. Tell me what's been on your mind. What's up, girl? Homegirl Hotline. Yeah, my man, we'll be alright. Homegirl Hotline.
Welcome to the first episode of the Homegirl Hotline.
Homegirl Hotline.
The show where you bring me your problems, you call in with some voicemails, honey, and we hash it out together with me, your homegirl. Ooh, with all the Rue girls out there, all the drag queens, all the podcasts, I wanted to see how I live in this world, right? I wanted to create some healing, some growth, some self-reflection, something different for us. You got that? So welcome to the Homegirl Hotline. So before we get started, I kind of want to just cleanse the room and light a beautiful Soul Food Candle Company candle. Soul Food Candle Company is a POC queer-owned business that is ran by my friends. They're a couple, they're gorgeous, and I love them so much. And I wanted to utilize my platform to just uplift POC queer voices, and especially my friends here who work so hard in their candle business and get them going. You know what I mean? So this one is called Besitos de Coco. Soft coconut kisses that wrap you up in the heat of passionate love. A little bit sweet, a little bit tropical, just like your deepest desires. Light it and let the romance begin. Ooh, I could just feel the love, honey, which is perfect for this episode because today we're gonna be talking all about Amor. This episode is sponsored by Orar. Orar is a chic, new West Hollywood cocktail lounge. Think way back to Paris discos in the 70s. Yes, that fun. Orar has great craft cocktails, old school price drinks, and amazing happy hour. 4 to 7, Monday through Friday. Mondays, they feature disco bingo. They call it that, but it's not just disco. And Tuesdays, it's trivia. Both are from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Did I mention that Orar opens at 8 a.m., serving La Colombe, coffee, and delicious breakfast bites? When looking for new spaces to either work from or meet a friend at, Or provides both. It's the exact type of place you can unwind with a cocktail with a friend or work on your latest Wendy Williams fan fiction, honey. Especially because Orar is queer-owned and they pride themselves in providing exclusivity with inclusivity, which is something I appreciate. At Orar is the exact place where you can unwind and enjoy a nice conversation with you and your other homegirls. And girl, for this podcast, I partnered with Orar to come up with my very own cocktail or mocktail for all my non-alcoholic homegirls out there, called the Homegirl. Okay, it's an off-the-menu cocktail, kind of like the secret menu at In-N-Out Burger, but only for my homegirls that are listening to this podcast. It's part soda water, part tequila, a splash of pineapple juice. You know, I like the pineapple juice, honey. And if you know, you know. And of course, a tajin rim. Just head on over to Orar and order the Homegirl for you and your homegirls and the gays, and y'all spill the chisme, and don't forget to share it with me, baby. That chisme, call into the hotline. And for one lucky caller, Orar is offering a gift certificate that covers a couch for 6 people and a bottle of champagne. So call in and leave a message spilling the biggest chisme you know, and at the end, say you want to enter the Orar giveaway. One lucky caller will be chosen at random. Please make sure to mention your email at the end of your message so we can reach out to you. Thank you, Orar, for sponsoring and supporting this queer-owned podcast. And with that said, let me introduce you to my show producer, my tia, Conchita. What are you looking at, pendeja? Conchita, Jesus. So Conchita's my tia, and she has a lot of pizzazz. See, I've been a lot of places, I've seen a lot of faces, and anyone who's crossed my path will tell you, tengo mucho pizzazz. Right.
Homegirl Hotline.
Uh-huh. Conchita, who's our very first caller on the Homegirl Hotline? Uh-huh. We have a Jasper on the line. Jasper.
Howdy. The name's Jasper. I'm from Connecticut, and I live for you. And I am calling to let you know that I met my boyfriend of 1 year at your show at the Shayest. So you are forever like that diva for me. Come back to Connecticut, girl. We love you. Keep slaying. Wish you the best.
Oh my God. That is so cute. Are you kidding me? So I performed at the Shea after I was on Drag Race. You know, I traveled the world and I got to go to the Shea, which is where Lucy, Jax, Robin Fierce, Amethyst, all those Connecticut East Side girls would perform. That's their home bar. So I would perform there. And he said that he met his boyfriend of 1 year there, but it's been a year now. That's crazy. So you see, the titties are all about love, baby. I bring love to you. Okay, wait, this kind of messed up. Like, why are guys finding guys at my show, but I can't find a guy at my show? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like, yes, bring me money. That's cute and tip me. But, you know, just for you men out there, if you come to a titty show, I'm always looking, honey. Because I'm single at the moment. And I'm actually just started wanting to, okay, I want to say I'm dating, but I'm not dating because I haven't been on a date yet. But I really want to. So maybe as we go along on the Homegirl Hotline, maybe I'll be on a date or two, or maybe I'll meet someone who calls into the hotline. Who knows? Thank you, Jasper, for calling in. That was so cute. Maybe I'll officiate your wedding. Well, let's see what happens in another year. Because you know the gays, they like to like hit it and quit it. You know what I mean? Or they'll be together for 9 years and then all of a sudden it's like over. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about the love and the energy that flows between us to keep us together as one. You know what's interesting too is my parents were together for 35 years. And I remember when I was little, I was like 8 years old. My mom was pregnant with my sister and they like sprung it on me that they were gonna get a divorce. And I was like, excuse me, and I was super chubby. I threatened to run away from home because I was like, you're not gonna let my sister grow up with separated parents. And like my chubby ass ran down the block in the rain, being all dramatic, and I ran out of breath. So then I was like hid under this parking garage and my dad walked over. Like I was running for my life, trying to be like a cinematic, dramatic movie. And I was like out of breath and my dad just walks on over like, girl, what's going on? And you know, my parents worked it out together. You know what was the tea though? Was a psychic told my mom that my dad was cheating. So like, I don't know. These psychics really be like making stuff happen in real life. And I honestly, in my heart, don't think my dad was cheating. But my mom was young. She was like, I don't know, 21 years old, 22 years old, Latina, hearing a psychic saying she's cheating on him. Like, my mom's also a Cancer, honey. So she just, you know, she was ready to be like, bye. And I cried and I said, no, ma'am. For me, mostly it was like, I didn't want my sister to grow up with separated parents. And what was cool was like, my parents actually worked it out and they were together for 35 years. And we don't hear that a lot these days, especially like celebrities, right? Which again, being a celebrity in a relationship, your relationship in public for everyone to see and comment on is hard. But we see a lot of like celebrities these days divorced, single moms, which is great. And like, I'm not knocking that. But it's like, my parents showed me that you really fight to stay together. And I think love conquers all at the end of the day when you really are willing to put in the work. Because I've been in one real relationship and let me tell you, that was a lot of work, bitch. But he wasn't willing to do a lot of the work too. So both people, I always say this, love and relationships, I feel like are a tennis game where you have to hit the ball, pop, pop, pop. And then sometimes Zendaya is sitting in the sidelines ready to suck you both off. You know what I mean? So you have to play the game and then you're going to have fun with Zendaya here and there. So just know that that'll happen if that's what you want in your relationship and your rules. But both ends have to play the game. Pow, pow, pow.
Homegirl Hotline!
Uh-huh. This call is from un cochino. Ay, tu nieto say you just do anything everywhere. I don't understand. It is so disgusting.
I got fucked in the elevator and then he didn't like take it out until we got home. Period.
What? You got sucked off in the elevator and he didn't take it out his mouth until you got home? So y'all did it like down the hallway into the apartment door? Like what? That girl, what's going on here? Conchita, have you ever been sucked off in an elevator?
Ay, mija. Back in 1985, I was trying to seduce Steven Spielberg. At one of his fancy Hollywood parties, a tight dress, a sultry stare, the whole package was right. And what did I get? Nada. The man cast a shark instead of casting me. And I was giving him jaws all night. I was even let him chupa my tetitas, papis.
Okay, so I've been traveling a lot with with everything going on, a jet setter, right? A lot of these hotels, you have to go downstairs and use the key card to use the elevator to bring trade up, which is so annoying. A lot of old-timey like hotels, like there's some old hotels in Vegas that don't have that, and like old hotels in old towns and old cities that don't have like, the new high rises and stuff. Like you don't need a key card. Trade can just walk in, go to the elevator, come straight to your room. But nowadays you need the key card to get into the elevator. So you have to meet trade downstairs. So So a lot of the time, you're in this awkward elevator ride where normally you open the door and you get to work. Now you have to sit through an awkward elevator ride up the elevator to your room, and that could be very awkward, but he sounds like the homeboy just started going at it. But it is cute. When you're in the elevator, you know, and you're looking at each other, and it's like you're starting to build that little foreplay sensuality tension, right? And then like he looks at you, and then I always like to go in for a kiss right here on the neck. Like that's my, gentlemen, pay attention. I like the spot right here. That's my spot. It's right here. Just give me a little ooh in the neck, and I get the goosebumps and everything. My titties and my nipples get hard. It's so exciting. So like, I like to give a little foreplay, a little like brush of the arm, a little look into his eyes, a little smile, a little wink, and it's like, how was your day? You know, and he's like, shut up and get to work. So you got it popping in the elevator, honey. That's very dangerous because sometimes they have cameras in the elevators. Now, I'm not condoning any public activities, honey, but you know me. You know I like public things, babies. No, I'm just kidding. For legal purposes, I did not say that out loud. And you know, you got to pop in the elevator, sucky. Well, you know, it's fun too because it's kind of like a game, right? You know, there's this thing with queer people and gay people. We don't learn how to have sex, you know, or even date. As growing up, we don't have a lot of TV shows that show us representation of that or how to do it. When you're straight, you know and you learn, oh yeah, you take a girl out to go eat. You take them on a date. With gay people, we're so closeted most of the time in the beginning and we don't know who else is. And a lot of the times we meet people are on dating apps, which are meant for sex. So it's really hard to navigate earlier on, especially as a teenager, how to date and how to create that, you know, relationship that's not solely based on sex. And I think, you know, I know for me, I'll speak for myself. Growing up, I learned that my sexual activity, my dating had to be sneaky, right? I'm sneaking out of the house. I'm sneaking them into the house. I'm doing this in the bushes. I'm going over here. That was embedded in me in an early age. And I think for a lot of queer people, we understand and relate to that, where it's like we had to be sneaky with the way that we flirted with who we liked, who we told who we liked, if we like them at all, if they like us. Sometimes they're straight and sometimes you have to navigate that. Like, it's really hard to navigate when you're queer and how to do all that stuff. And then we take that into adulthood, right? So that's what I learned for myself. Like I said, I used to be a lot into the public stuff and the seediness here and there, but it's because I grew up with this idea that I have to be sneaky. And for me, sex has to be spontaneous and in the moment, and we just do it here, right? Or I'll make him fall in love with me if I take him to the bathroom over here and let him do whatever he wants. Like, that was embedded in me in an early age, and I took that into adulthood. So a lot of today, my sexual and dating, like I said, I'm trying to learn how to date right now. I'm rerouting back and really learning, like, how do I do this as a grown gay man, woman, right? Drag queen, you know, even that's another aspect that's really hard. So like, when you say you're getting sucked off in an elevator, I understand it. I understand the excitement there. I understand, oh, we have 3 floors to get this going. And then, you know what I mean? Then you gotta hide it. And I remember my dad taught me once, you gotta tuck it up into your belt loop. I know, it's a little trick over there. I was 13, my girlfriend Maria was sitting on my lap and I got excited and my dad was like, you got a boner? And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, you put it up into your belt. I never felt more of a connection with my dad than when he told me to put my boner up into my belt loop. Sickening, right? Anyways, what's next? Uh-huh.
Hey, bitch. I heard you were messing with my vato. What the fuck is up with that? I thought we were homegirls. For life. You skinky bitch.
Thank you for watching the first episode of the Homegirl Hotline. Let's cap off our candle. If you want to get this candle or many of their other beautiful scents for 20% off your very own candle, use promo code HOMEGIRL for your very own Soul Food Candle Company candle. I love it so much. And until next time, Homegirl, stay cute, stay sexy, and remember, if your head's feeling twirly, call the Homegirl Hotline. It's 888-51-HOMEGIRL. That's 888-51466-34475. I know it's long, but baby, she's paying money for this international line. So just call it, leave a voicemail. You only get 1 minute, so leave everything you need in 1 minute. You can rehearse it at home, rehearse it in the shower, in the bedroom, figure out what you're gonna say, and call me, Salina Estidis, your homegirl. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for listening to the first episode of the Homegirl Hotline. Bye, Conchita.
Bueno, mija. Remember, life is like a good pair of heels. Hard to find, painful at times, but worth every step. Adiós, mis zapatitos de amor.